Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of Speaking My Mind, where I talk about random stuff. So if you are watching, thank you for coming along. If you stay all the way to the end, it is greatly appreciated. It is pretty chilly here, but not too cold either, to be fair, on this day that I'm recording this. I wanted to talk a little bit about travel, guys, and that's something that I've talked about a few times, but I really want to talk about it again, because it's something that really does come up in my thoughts quite a lot about how important it is to travel, to go to places you haven't go, to meet people that you haven't met, to see the things that you haven't seen. I think it's really, really important, but I don't just think it's good from an educational point of view or a cultural thing, because you learn about all these things, because there is that factor into it. Even if you're young or old, whatever your perspective is, right, I just think it's good mentally for you, from a mental point of view. If you have been someone who has always in your life always been staying around the same town, the same area, or same state, in America, for example, and you've never gone out, it doesn't open your eyes up to what's happening out in the real world. We get embodied so much sometimes into what we read, what we see online in the media, and what social media tells us on the internet, as opposed to what you actually see and hear with your own eyes about those actually on the ground in certain things. Like when you hear about what's happening, for example, like Gibraltar is a country, even though it's a part on the edge of Spain, it's somewhere I would love to go and visit. I've looked, there's so many countries that I would love to visit and learn about the culture and the understanding of people. Like Croatia is one, Poland. One of the countries that I still want to go to, and I really hope I do get to go to it someday in the future, is Russia. Despite everything that's happening with it, I still want to go to Russia. I still want to go to Moscow. I still want to visit it. And I'm hoping that later on in life that things will open up again, and relationships will be better between them. And I hope Russia will be a little bit different. But I can't go to Russia in the situation it is now, because I could get accused of being a spy. So that's the only reason why I can't go there at the moment. China is one I would like to go to as well, but I feel like that, considering the past things that I've said about the country, I don't think I could go there without being in danger. So as much as I would love to go to the Great Wall of China, I just don't think my safety would be, I personally feel that I would be safe going to China. Japan is definitely one that I would love to go, just for the culture shock. I hear so much about Japan, about how wonderful the country is, and I do want to go there one day. One of the other places I would love to go to is all the way on the other side of the world from here, and that is Australia. I hear so much about how wonderful, so I hear a lot about how wonderful people are in Australia. I hear so many nice things about the people in there, and and I do feel like that Australia is like our long distance cousins. Like they're like our cousins here in the UK, but they're like long distant cousins, because they're all the way on the other side of the world. That's kind of how I feel with it when I think of Australia. So that's why I feel like I want to go and visit Australia. Love to do a massive tour there. Again, all these things cost money, don't they? But another places that I would love to visit is South America. Now, South America, now specifically, I would love to visit Argentina, Chile, Brazil, Peru. But realistically, I think some of those countries, I'm not sure if I would be welcomed, just because of being a British national, British passport holder. But I'm thinking like that, maybe I'd probably be okay in Brazil, certain parts of Brazil maybe. I would definitely love to visit South America, just set foot at least on the continent, to say that I've been there. Africa is definitely another one I would love to go to as well, because I want to learn. And the best way you learn about other countries, other cultures, is by being there. with the people who know it best, the people who live their whole lives there. And I think that's really, really important, because then it puts things in perspective about the kind of people that are there. You know, New Zealand is definitely it's a country that I hope to go to in the future as well. It's one of my dreams to go to New Zealand. A place all the way on the other side of the world. Whether it will happen or not is another thing. I know I can go to Europe. It would be problematic. It will because it costs more, obviously, because of Brexit. But Europe is not too bad for us, But it's something that is like, when I'm a little bit older, I can do Europe. But right now, I want to try and do out of Europe as much as we possibly can, while we're still fit and healthy. But obviously, like everything, it all comes down to money. But if you are somebody who's watching this, if you're young, you're still strong, you're still healthy, and you're doing pretty well in terms of money, if you haven't been to certain nations or countries, do consider going to places that you haven't been before. Take the most precautions, of course. But like, I'll give you a prime example, is Iceland. A few years ago, we went to Iceland, and I've never been more fascinated by the country, by its people, by the land than I was there. And I just wish I had more time there. We were only there for a week. Looking back, I wish I had 3 weeks there, so we could travel around the whole island just to see the whole thing. There's nothing really much outside the main city. There's lots of places you can go and visit, but I would have loved to have gone just for the sheer visit of seeing more of that beautiful country. That's just one example. Of course, America is definitely somewhere I will be going back to at some point as well. Regardless of whatever happens to America under Trump, I still think there are some amazing, amazing people in America. There are some amazing cities to go to as well. I intend to go back to America someday, regardless of what I think about the current administration coming in. But what do you guys think? Think about some of the travel places and things. Share with me some of the places that you've been to, that you've never been to, that you come back thinking, wow, that you thought differently of as well. Countries or people that you've gone to as well. Share some of your stories if you can down in the comment section below. Really fascinated to hear your thoughts on them. If you found this video interesting, helpful, or maybe give you some ideas, hit the like button, share this across social media, and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope to catch you all very, very soon.